Hello, dear leader. My name is Samuel Eyim, Chief Leadership Coach at the Center for Transformational Leadership in Africa, CTL Africa, and I have an important invitation for you. Why are some nations developed and thriving, while others are underdeveloped and struggling? Why are some businesses flourishing and others languishing? Why are some churches growing and others dying? These are important questions for leaders. So are you a leader? At what level are you leading? What impact are you making? What is your understanding and concept of leadership? The way you think about leadership is the way you do leadership. And as John Maxwell says, everything rises and falls on leadership. Leadership is the cause, all others are the effect. So, at the Center for Transformational Leadership, we've created this program to help you transform your understanding of leadership. This program is going to be based on John C. Maxwell's book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. As a John C. Maxwell certified coach, I'm going to walk you through these laws, and we're going to give you exercises and activities around these laws to help install a new transforming concept of leadership for you. This will change the way you do leadership completely. So I invite you to check our website and our social media pages and to register for the Leadership Mindset and Asset program. This program is on 2 levels. The first level is understanding the laws of leadership, where we are going to walk you through the laws of leadership in 3 to 5 days. And this will give you the foundations of leadership. The second level is walking the laws of leadership. Here, we take you through a 15-week journey through the laws of leadership. Every week, you will have opportunity to study one law, apply the law throughout the week, meditate upon it, do the exercises, and regroup with other like-minded people who are learning the laws of leadership, exchange ideas, and share your lessons. So do not miss this opportunity. Register now for the Leadership Mindset and Asset program. Hi. Hi dear friend, my name is Samuel Eyim and I'm the CEO for the Center for Transformational Leadership, and I'm bringing to you the growth journey. We've set aside 15 weeks of growth to help you to be intentional about your growth. Where do you want to reach in your leadership? Which area of your life do you want to grow in? Growth doesn't just happen. It has to be intentional. So in these 15 weeks, we're going to have special coaching sessions with you to be able to grow to where you want to grow. And to be able to grow yourself, you need to know yourself. A lot of us are not achieving the maximum we can achieve because we have not invested in our personal growth. We're going to help you in all and more within these 15 weeks. Every week we'll have a session with you. This program is limited to only 15 people. We're going to have 15 people for 15 weeks, and we're going to learn 15 great growth lessons on this journey. So make a date with us and see you on the growth journey.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Platform. My name is Samuel Ayim, and I'm excited, as always, to be with you tonight. I'm excited because we are going to talk about dreams, and I'm excited because we have an amazing speaker, my good friend, who is going to do us the honors to share her story and to share lessons with us. We are continuing with our series on women in leadership. And so, though we're going to talk about dreams that would affect everybody, I'm sure she's going to emphasize the woman side for us, because sometimes we find that our ladies are either forced by circumstances or society to abandon their dreams. And so she's going to share her journey with us and her stories with us and the principles that she's learned to become the great leader that she is. So I'm going to introduce her shortly, but I want to welcome everybody. If you are online now, please just introduce yourself. Let us know uh, who you are and where you are connecting from. It is always our joy to be with you. But whilst we are at it, we want to encourage you to sign up for our programs. Our Growth Journey program is running. We have two cohorts running at the moment. One is going to finish soon, and we restart the next cohort. The Loss of Leadership Mastermind is also running. We encourage you to check the details and check the links on as we post them here so that you can register. You can also register for your teams, and we will come to your organizations to come and deliver these lessons for you. We will come in and check and find a need and be able to help you grow your leaders. So you are always welcome. Please introduce yourself. I can see William Darfur is here from Tema. Thank you, William, for being here. You are one of our regulars. Seiram Bequin says, good evening. Great to be here. Thank you, Seiram, for being here. And I see also Philip Ose, assuming is here. Philip, you are welcome from Asante Mampong all the way. Thank you so much for joining. I have Linda Nana Agbehiazi. I hope I pronounced it well. If not, forgive me, from Accra. Thank you so much. Doris J is here, glued to my seat from East Legon. Doris, thank you so much. Pearl Ama Akodo is here from Hopel. Thank you so much. I have Patience Antonio also here. Patience, thank you. Please share the links with your friends, with your colleagues, with your family. These lessons are going to be useful to all of us. How do you dream? How do you handle your dreams? Have you ever had dreams? And how did you deal with them? Did you kill them? Did somebody kill them? And if they didn't, how successful were you? We would like you to share your stories as we go along. But we have an amazing person this evening who is going to lead the discussions. And so we have our own Reverend Mrs. Grace Krobo Eduse, and that will tell you who she is, a pastor, but that's not all. She's a certified trainer, an executive coach, a speaker, and an entrepreneur. And I'm proud to say that she is part of the John C. Maxwell Certified Coaches in Ghana. All right, so you can see that she's taking the time to grow herself and to develop herself. She is also a neuro coding specialist. So if you're thinking about how ideas and are in your head are challenging you, when you're challenged by the negatives and the positives, she's here. She's a licensed brain health trainer and a certified global priority solution specialist, which means that She knows values and systems that are set on the basis of values. So from this, you can see that our speaker this evening has a specialization in leadership development, personal growth, corporate wellness, mental health. She's passionate about adding value and transforming lives. So she's been organizing practical workshops on dreams, on values, on leadership, on group coaching, and doing masterminds on different topics, which are tailored on team building, communication, personal and professional growth, both for individuals and for organizations. So we have the right person here. Above all things, I'm happy to say she's married with 3 adult children. So this is somebody who's led people through their lives, and she's led so many people. And she's also um, a volunteer or trustee at the Children's Heart Foundation. And this is a charity that is raising funds to support heart surgery for underprivileged persons. So she has a heart also for the needy. Her motto is, it is not about what is in it for me, but how I can add value to you. She loves reading and gardening. I've given you all this background to assure you that we are in very, very safe hands. So at this moment, I just want to invite my sister, my friend, my colleague at John Maxwell, Grace, to take over the platform and share with us some lessons on how successful women birth and nurture their dreams. Grace, you are welcome to the leadership platform.
Oh, thank you so much, Sam. That was an amazing introduction. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm really privileged to be on your platform, CTL Africa. You are doing so much to help people and organizations also with transformation. So I really admire the work that you do, and thank you for having me here to also share my perspective about leadership, especially from about women and how they can nurture their dreams. So,
all right, thank you so much, Grace, for those commendations. Now, before I leave you on the platform, just one small introductory question. Can you tell us just briefly about your childhood, how you grew up, and quick intro about some of the things one or two things that is not on your official CV that you want to share with us and our audience, just to give us just a little more peep into your world?
Okay, I think one of the few things that is not on my official CV is my age, right? But I'm not going to share that tonight.
Well, we can fish it out.
Okay. So, I guess I had a regular childhood for an African child. I was born and raised in Lagos, and so to middle class family, and I had the dream like so many children growing up. I loved history, geography. I loved literature, the arts, and also loved science as well. So I was
Wow.
quite good and in all those subjects, and but of course, you have those dreams that one day you want to be an engineer, like every typical African family. Everybody wants you to be an engineer or a lawyer or an architect, so that sort of thing. And of course, that was fine with me because on all those spectrum, I loved that. But I also I had a love for the arts, not in drawing so much as in literature. And I just love to read. I love poetry. I used to write a lot, and I used to have really great grades in my English and comprehension and literature as well. And so my dream was like, oh, I would love to be a teacher or a professor. And I remember
Mhm.
my parents would say, oh, definitely not. They don't make money. Yeah. Well, they don't make money. You're not going to be that. And so I just, of course, you just follow whatever your parents say. You obey them, and that's where we're raised. And you just move on. And they say, well, you're good at this, you're good at that, and yeah, those things that the other hidden secret dreams, you bury them, and I just said, well, okay, I'll be a doctor then, or whatever they say I should be. And of course, even those days, uh, uh, even the forms, your university, your college forms were filled by by your parents, and both of
By
you,
your
all of you
parents,
together,
you are the
right?
dada bus, because the dada bus, you are protected, you have bought all the books and they fill everything for you. The
Yeah,
Ejabas,
yeah.
where will our father be to fill any
Oh,
form
I
in
know,
the
right?
village?
So we all filled
So
everything together.
which of the dreams of your parents did you actually perceive in the end?
Oh, well, definitely that of being an engineer.
Okay.
So yeah, even though I liked it because when I was growing up, when I was in primary school, we used to pass by a road where they were building a second port in Lagos then, the Tinkan Island port. And I just loved the way the concrete, the machines,
Mm-hmm.
the earth moving machines, and it was just wonderful to me. I know people like toys, but I just love those machines and the magic of
Good.
just the transformation when they were making those building the port and the bridges. When I was growing up was when a lot of construction was going on in Lagos. So much construction going on. I was inspired anyway. I thought, yeah, I think I would like to be an engineer. I like it. I love it.
All right.
So,
And did you
so
become
that's
an
what.
engineer in the end?
Yes, I became a building engineer. I did. Yes, did building technology, and went on to work in the engineering field. Work with architectural firms for
Mm-hmm.
many years. Through the whole all that, I worked on the construction sites. I was usually the only lady up
Wow.
there. And yes, when we're building those skyscrapers in Lagos. So yeah, usually always the only lady. In fact,
Wow.
at college, I was, apart from one other lady who went on later to go to the UK. We were just two of us, and then she later left, and midway through, and yeah, I was the only person doing that course. But I
Wow.
also felt special as well. My lecturers were very attentive, and they were very happy to have
Good.
me in the class. So it was a tough subject, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Wow. Now that sets us the stage. We have
Uh-huh.
somebody, a woman who has been able to work it out, get her dream through to a profession that at that time was particularly male area, but she's gone through it and she's going to share a bit more of this with us. So at this point, I'm going to just leave Grace to grace us with all the beautiful stories and to share lessons with us on how you too can birth and nurture your dream. Let no one deceive you that you can't achieve it.
Mm.
So I leave the stage to you, Grace. Over to you. How do successful women birth and nurture their dreams?
Thank you, Sam. All right. Okay. Right. So, how can we as women birth and nurture our dreams? So that's such a powerful thing. So we need to birth it, and then we also need to nurture it for our dreams to come true. So I'm just going to share with you a few slides that will take us deeper into this topic. So here I have this. A dream is a picture and a blueprint of a person's purpose and potential, and that is so true. So a dream is something you see, you visualize, because we talk about visions and dreams, and that is so powerful. Something it's a blueprint. So it talks about your purpose. So sometimes you're looking, oh, what am I going to be? Do I want to do? It's always linked to your purpose. It's always linked to your potential. So that's what your dream is. So that's, I would say, that's that blueprint. You're looking at it. It's speaking to your purpose in life. And so if you're looking to find your purpose, look at your dreams. They're all interlocked. And if you truly live your dream one day, or your dreams, because we have different dreams, right? We achieve one after the other, sometimes, all together. I feel personally that I still have dreams, right? I have achieved some. My dream to be an engineer, it was also my parents' dream, by the way. So I kind of killed two birds with one stone, and not everybody is able to do that. But I found my purpose also at that time. Of course, I moved on to other things. I moved on to interior design, which was also related in a way. When I got tired of being on sites, I went into the finer areas of building, which was the interiors. And that was also, I enjoyed that as well. So I found my purpose there as well. And my dream continues, like what I'm doing today. I'm here today, speaking to you, doing some training, doing coaching. And that also fulfilled my dream of becoming a teacher, even at the time when my parents discouraged me and said, well, there's no money there. And so even though I'm not teaching in the classroom, I am here teaching and training. And that's, again, I'm fulfilling another dream. But then that took a process, and that's the process I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. So there are a couple of reasons why people actually do not, identify their dreams. So sometimes it's about they're discouraged, right? They're discouraged. Can I have my slide in front of me? Thank you. So they're discouraged, right? They can be discouraged by other things, like, my parents discouraged me from becoming a teacher, and some people get disappointed. Things in life happen. Life happens, and we get disappointed, and sometimes we shelve our dreams and we move on to other things, and then we don't fulfill our dreams, and then sometimes we also settle for average. And this is one of the biggest dream killers, settling for average. And I think that one of the things that women need to do is break average. I just say no to average. And when growing up, we was like, oh, you have this mark. It's like average. I think I came to hate that word average. It's okay to say, well, the average of 10 plus 5 is this or whatever. But average, when it comes to your dreams or your purpose in life, you shouldn't use that word at all. So average is not a great thing for us. And then people lack the confidence to pursue their dreams. Okay, so they're not able to identify their dreams because they just think that, oh, I can't do it, or society says you can't, and therefore they just say okay. So they lack that confidence. So we need to just say no to average. We shouldn't settle for anything less than the standard that's belief that God has set for us, and certainly not to be discouraged at all. So some statistics here, usually from the US, that's where we find a lot of statistics, is, people, 50% of people have given up their dreams, right? And then we have people get frustrated by their dreams. So from the slide, you can see here, all of us have dreams, mostly 100% of us. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't have a dream or a wish or something they wish they could do or could be. Everybody has something like that. But then people give up. Some people get discouraged. Some people get frustrated at times when they're pursuing their dreams. But this is very, very normal. But these are just some statistics from people, questions that people have been asked in the past about their dreams. So it's good to dream, but just know that you don't want to be part of that 50% that are going to give up on their dreams. You want to be, part of those who actually achieve their dreams, which is 95%. So don't be in that 5% range. So there's something we call a dream test. How can you test whether your dreams are really, really there? Is again, we look at some of the points say your ownership is a dream really yours? Is it real? Is it based on reality? Does it have clarity, right? And is your dream powered by passion? Do you have a passion for your dreams? You need all this. Does your dream have significance? Are you ready to pursue your dream? Are you strong enough? Are you tenacious? Are you ready to pay the price for your dreams? So these are very important questions. Do you have a strategy for your dream at all? Do you have a path for your dream or a strategy to fulfill your dreams? So these are very important questions you want to ask yourself when you're looking at your dreams. So a dream sometimes sounds like, oh, it's just floating above your head. So we are floating around and letting the world just go past and thinking that, oh, one day I'll realize my dream. But I want to tell you that you need to work on it. And these are some of the test questions that you want to ask yourself when you are pursuing your dreams. So I hope people are looking at, writing some questions down, because we're going to get into Q&A a little bit later. So one of the first things I will say is that you need to own your dream. Absolutely own your dream, because many of us pursue dreams that have not really been generated by us. And that's very common in our part of the world. In fact, everywhere, a lot. But it's whether you're going to pursue another person's dream or live another person's dream. So a lot of us are living someone else's dream and not our own dream. So one of the things I would say that you should own your dream. Absolutely own your dream. I would ask, for example, if your parents were the ones, going to choose. Did your parents choose your course for you? Like mine did. And fortunately for me, my dream was also woven into that. So how did you manage that? How did you manage that? How were you able to then get past that and finally were you able to fulfill your own dream, even though at a point you were living someone else's dream? So I would just say, own your dream. Make that dream yours for sure. All right. So another thing I'll say is that you must base your dream on reality. Let your dream be real. Don't do something that's, oh, dream big. Yeah, it's great to dream big, but you want to dream based on reality. So you don't want to rely on luck to determine your future. So a lot of us are relying on luck, and hopefully one day I will achieve it. We are dreaming that, we're going to be astronauts. Meanwhile, you haven't had a training to be an astronaut. You can't just be an astronaut like that. So let your dream be based on reality. Generate your own dream. If you haven't, but I'm sure that it is inside you. You have a purpose. What are the things that you think about? What are the problems that you would like to solve? Sometimes that's kind of what's the voice that speaks to you in your heart when you drive around, when you speak to people, when you read a book. What comes to you? What are the thoughts that come to you? Sometimes that helps you to form your dream. However, let it still be based on reality. And so let me just go on. I'll just go on now to the next slide. Visualize your dream. Visualize your dream with clarity, right? So let it be clear and compelling, right? And so because that will give you direction and a sense of purpose. So when you have a compelling dream, it will give you direction and purpose. All right, so you want to visualize it really well. Let it be clear. And don't allow your dreams to remain vague and unformed. That's not good. So again, people always imagine that a dream is something that is always vague. No, you got to catch it. You got to capture it. You've got to hold it and pin it down. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to make that dream come true. You can't allow the dream to be like the clouds, which are here today and they're gone tomorrow. So they can't be like those dreams that you wake up in the morning, that you don't remember what they were. Real dreams, okay, the dream about your future has to be something that you have clarity about. So it must not remain vague. It might have been birthed a little bit vague at the beginning, but you must make it really clear. Okay, there's a scripture in the Bible in Habakkuk. It says, write down the dream and make it plain. Write it down and make it plain. And that's very, very important, that we make our dream very, very clear. So that's also going to give you direction, and it also allows you to be more specific about the things that you want to accomplish in life. So making that clarity is important. So we do that in so many things as well. When we're at work, they give us tasks and we have clarity about it. And why don't we apply that same principle to our dreams? So we kind of shelve our dreams aside, but when we go to work, we want to show up differently. So and then we fulfill the mandate at work. How about making your dream the same, packaging your dream in the same way and making it very clear, and making it so that it has form. It has form. Speak to it. The world was framed by the words of God, and that's the same way about dreams. You frame it and you make it real. Okay, you speak it, you write it down, and it will have clarity. And therefore, when something has clarity, you're going to be able to to achieve it. The next thing is the passion. Well, I would say passion is like the oil in your engine. Without the oil in your engine, you're not going anywhere, not very far. You might go up to some distance, but you're definitely going to get stuck at the end of the day, and that could be quite serious. So you need that passion, you need that oil to drive your dream, right? So what does passion do? It sparks initiative. It sparks creativity, and it gives you joy as well. And so passion is so important. So you know that your dream is real when you have passion for it. If you don't have passion for it, then it's really not your dream. It means that you really didn't own the dream, or it wasn't real, or you didn't have clarity about it. So passion is very important, and it's not something you have to force yourself to have. Passion comes when that dream, you connect with the dream. The dream connects with your purpose for your life or your calling. So passion then drives it. And also, it also propels you out of your comfort zone, because we want to do a lot of things on our own terms. Unfortunately, the world is not quite like that. So the passion is what's going to help you to get out of your comfort zone and do the things that you need to do so that your dreams will come true. I hope people are out there listening and and saying something on the chat, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or wherever the medium that you are on right now. I hope that you are engaging us in the chat. So what else do we need to do to help us with our dream, making it a reality? Is for us to have a strategy. Yes, strategies are very important. We use strategies to accomplish so much. And I think that we should absolutely use strategies to achieve our dream, definitely. In this day and age, if you don't have a strategy for anything, it's not going to work. And that includes your dreams. So what do you want to do? How can you, what kind of strategies can we use? Simple things like write it down. Write down the dream, make it plain. So that gives you clarity as well. So, writing it down is a strategy for clarity. See, everything is all woven together. So you want to write down your goals, your dreams, whatever it is that you need to do, that you want, that comes to you, that you've thought about, that you feel that it's your purpose and your calling. You want to write it down. What else do? You want to take action. action is very important. But it's not big. It doesn't need to be big action. You don't need a bulldozer or a big articulator truck to pull the dream. I know it's very big. I know your dream is so big that you need this huge truck to pull it, or a forklift to lift your dream, right? But I would say, what do you need really is small action. A little action consistently is really what's going to help you to achieve your dream. So every day, daily steps, daily habits, good positive habits is what you need. So you want to break down that dream and put steps in it. Let it have steps, and when you put those steps in action with those steps, and then the dream starts to come to reality. Okay, and you want to identify what your biggest time wasters are. I don't want to go into that right now, but you know what's wasting your time. You know what's distracting you from your dream. Like I was listening to a program the other day. There was this lady pastor speaking, and she was saying, well, you're on Facebook every day, or you're on some social media, not even doing something productive, but you keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Many of us are guilty of that. And I, for one, sometimes. But she said, but you have shares in that company. You have shares in Twitter. And you're making them more money, but you're not achieving your dreams. So if you're, there on Instagram or wherever, if it's to get inspiration or to enjoy, of course, whatever you're looking at. However, you need to remember that whatever you're doing, you must know that it could be taken away from you achieving your dream. So don't waste time on things that are not going to help you with your dreams. So I want to ask you a question. Sometimes I ask myself, is this going to do anything for me? No, time to move on to my own stuff. So you want to have that strategy. So strategy is very important. And if you are in the industry, most of us are in business or in the corporate world or doing your own business, you've learned a lot of things about strategy. Apply those strategies to your dreams as well. So next thing you want to do is develop your dream team. So what's a dream team? I know there was this, many years ago, there was this basketball team in the US. They called them the Dream Team because they were so successful. And this particular team, and they nicknamed them the Dream Team. We all need a dream team. The truth is that there's really no self-made person. People say, yeah, there was a self-made man or was a self-made woman. Not really. I don't personally don't subscribe to that. We all need a team. We all need help, whether we like it or not, because every successful person leaned heavily on others along the way of achieving their dream. So you need a dream team. Who are the people who would root for you? Who do you know something that you don't know that you need to achieve your dream? Right? You need mentors. You need a coach as well. Somebody, even as a coach, I also need a coach. I also have a coach. Someone once told me a coach without a coach is a cockroach. And so I thought, I better not be a cockroach. I need a coach to help me also to achieve my dreams or my goals. So we all need someone. We all need some help. So do you prefer to work all by yourself? Yeah, maybe some people are great at that. But I'll tell you one thing, if you want to go further and faster, you absolutely need a dream team. Who are the people who will be in your corner that you can learn something from? Who are the people who will tell you the truth, even when the truth is bitter about yourself or what you might not be doing well? And, are you humble enough to accept criticism or correction along your dream, from your dream team? So don't surround yourself with only people who just say yes and you're wonderful and you're great, which is good. You're wonderful, you're great indeed, but sometimes you're not always that wonderful, that great, and you need somebody to tell you the truth. And so that would absolutely help you, achieve your dream. So, so the truth is very important. We need someone to tell us the truth, right? So how is it going so far on the chats? And on the, I hope you're getting your questions ready and building up here, and we'll be getting to our Q&A very soon. So what's the next thing? We want to be ready to pay the price. There is a price to pay for everything. There's an opportunity cost. Realizing our dreams will cost us something. Because, you want to be able to, can you count the costs? Right? That's also a way of, going further and faster. Be ready to count the costs. Are you ready to make the sacrifice to achieve your dreams? Some people have dreams, but they don't want to get out of bed in the morning to go about taking those actions that they need to take. They hope that, somehow the dream will come true. But I'll tell you something, somehow the cloud with your dream in it is going to float away, and you don't want that. So making the sacrifice, I once read a book called The 5 a.m. Club, and that's such a powerful book, and it just talked about people who wake up at 5 in the morning. You might say, oh, I'm not a morning person, but you might be a late morning person, but I know that you are, making those, taking those actions that you really need to fulfill your dream. So you need to pay the price. All right. And then you want to overcome things like limiting beliefs, right? You want to overcome fear and doubt. So you need to take all those as well. So there's so much doubt. You doubt that you're going to achieve it. You have a fear that you're not going to make it. You also fear criticism, which comes a lot sometimes, because some people don't pay us any, they don't say, oh, well done. They rather criticize, but that comes with the territory. That comes with, becoming great. That comes with success. You're not going to always have everybody saying, well done. So you just know what your dream is, you know what your goals are, and you want to pursue it with all your energy. So be ready to pay that price. You might have to change the people around you, may have to change some friends as well. And those are all part of the cost, because not everyone is willing to go with you all the way. And some people might say that, oh, you're too much, you're going too fast, or you're dreaming too big, and who do you think you are? So that comes with it. So be ready to pay that price. Sometimes you need to shed some friends, unfortunately, but that is the price. But I tell you one thing, at the end of the day, you are going to enjoy the rewards of, fulfilling your dreams. So that is the price you pay sometimes. So another thing you need to do is you got to be tough, uncompromising and tenacious. Yes. Quitting is definitely not on the books for those people who want to be successful. If you want to be a dream, you want to live your dreams, you need to be tough, right? So quitting is not on the not on the table. You're not going to tolerate quitting. And even though you feel like, yes, you feel like quitting sometimes, but you don't quit. You don't lose faith in your abilities. Yes, you have abilities, you have what it takes, so don't lose faith in that. Don't lose faith in your education, your degree, or your certificate, your diploma, whatever it is. Don't say it's not good enough, or don't lose faith in what you have in your hand. So don't lose faith in it. So build on it. So, and then you want to win the battle of the mind. The mind is one of the biggest dream killers. It is from the mind that the dreams come, but it's also from the mind that the dreams die. So you want to make sure that mindsets, mindset issues dealt with. I also like to call myself a mindset coach, because I've had mindset issues before, and I definitely identify with people whose mindsets have actually killed their dreams or dampened their dreams. So, we need to work on our minds. So win that battle of the mind, telling you, you can't do it, you're not up to it. So there's always that battle in your mind, and you want to press on past fatigue. Fatigue, you're tired. You woke up at 4:30, you woke up at 5, or you woke up at 10, or whatever. You're working till late. Yes, dreams take a lot of hard work. You'll be tired, and there's a lot of resistance out there. There's so much contrary winds against us in achieving our dreams. I'm sure you can identify with that. I would like you to write down 3 things that have that push back at you when you're trying to achieve your dreams. You can write that down. And you want to kill the ants. Yes. What is ant? A-N-T, automatic negative thoughts. Automatic negative thoughts. Those are thoughts that come to you, always, going around in your brain, just telling you that you can't do it. There's always something. There's a lion in the road, so you can't go out today. It's raining. You're going to die. So you see something, on your face, and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be sick, or the world is going to come to an end. There's so many thoughts out there that just comes racing through your mind. It's like all of us, I'm sure, in your kitchen, I don't know who's never had ants in their kitchens, but you keep everything clean, but the ants keep coming. It's the same with our minds. We have those automatic negative thoughts, always trying to kill our dreams. So don't let them kill your dreams. Okay, so kill the ants before they kill your dreams. I actually have a program called Killing the Ants. It's one of my favorite programs that I have with ladies, especially because we are the ones who have a lot of negative thoughts, and that is one of the biggest dream killers. So kill those ants before they kill your dreams. So be tenacious, be tough, and in pursuing your dreams, right? So another thing you want to do is make sure your dream brings you fulfillment. Yes, absolutely. One of the things that I have found is that my dream of becoming a teacher or trainer has finally come true, and I'm still a work in progress. But it's absolutely brought me so much fulfillment. I just feel, oh my goodness, I wish I knew this a long time ago. But however, I always say God's time is the best, because like I've said, I have achieved certain dreams as I've come along the way, and as where I am now, my dream of teaching or training is bringing me so much fulfillment. Why? Because I'm able to help other people. I'm able to help people realize their own dreams as well. And I'm able to transform lives. I'm able to transform organizations. I just love what I do. And that brings me so much fulfillment. So let your dream bring you fulfillment. If it's not going to bring you fulfillment, then it's not a dream worth pursuing. Okay, maybe it was a nightmare. So make sure that your dream brings you fulfillment. And so one of the important things is not achieving your dream is more than accomplishment. Accomplishment is something, yes, you get applause and everything, but the truth is that you want to identify what do you become, or who do you become along the way. Because dreams can make us stronger. Dreams can make us have impacts on the people around us. And so who do you really become? Do you become somebody of character, of a better character? Do you become a better person as a result of pursuing your dream? And that's very important. A lot of people are pursuing things, and they're not really nice people anymore in their search or in the pursuit of their dreams. And I think that those dreams probably, maybe nothing wrong with the dream, but the pursuit of the dream changed them. They have not become better people. They become selfish, okay, and not helping anybody, along the way. So you want to find contentment, but not perfection. Contentment, but not perfection. We can't all be perfect. We aim for it. We always leaning and pursuing perfection. All right, but just make sure that you're happy. You find joy in what you do along the way, and you bring joy to other people as well. And Always celebrate your milestones, because it will not bring you fulfillment if you don't celebrate as you go along the way. And sometimes you don't even realize you're finding fulfillment until you identify that. It was later that I realized that, oh, I'm actually fulfilling a dream of mine, which I shelved many, many years ago, even though I had fulfilled other dreams. Then I realized that I had now fulfilled this particular dream, which had been buried far down, and I've brought it up, and I'm really, really happy. And I celebrate it. I celebrate the little things. Before I could use a computer just for my work as a builder or an interior designer, but I didn't use it for anything much. I tell you, I was looking at my laptop, I was so scared of it. But when I started to do other things, I'm doing screen sharing, I'm on Zoom, thanks to COVID, forced to do things myself. I didn't have an assistant, nobody with me, I didn't have my staff. And I was forced to do so many things myself. Then I started to appreciate the things I was learning. And all of a sudden, I was very thankful for the things that I had achieved, but on my own, and not really having someone to help me after all. So I would not have learned those things, because I would just generally pass it on to somebody else to do for me. So I celebrate those things. They look small, but I celebrate the fact that I am here today with nobody in the studio with me, and I am right here doing this little tech thing called StreamYard. So I'm thankful for having that fulfillment as I go along on my dream journey. So I would like you to write down 3 things that has brought you fulfillment as you have gone along. Or if you don't have fulfillment yet, write those things down that you would like to see that will bring you fulfillment as you go along on your dream journey. So, and then what next? You want to let your dream bring significance or benefit other people. Absolutely. One of my mottos, which I put in my bio, is like, it's not what's in it for me, it's what I can do for other people. I love to add value to people. I want to go away knowing that I have helped somebody else. Before, it's something I did without really thinking about it. But as I went on, I realized that is something that I love to do, and I've identified it as something that is happening when I'm in the presence of somebody, whether it's teaching somebody how to plant a garden or to nurse some vegetables, which I love to do. I love gardening, or a book I've read, which I'm sharing with somebody, or just doing training. So what am I doing? I'm living my life. I'm living my dream. Even if my dream includes being able to help somebody plant their gardens or design their garden or do something for their home, like in my interior design business, I just find fulfillment in that. I remember someone calling me some years ago when I finished doing up their home and then the interiors of their home, and she said, "You know what? My marriage is so much better since you did my house, you did my interiors." And I said, "Wow!" And I said, "How? How come?" She said, "Look, my husband likes to come home now, and he comes home on time, and the kids just love their space, and they just have this positive energy in their home, and they just feel that." And the conversations that we had along the way when we were designing that home, she appreciated that, and that is so powerful for me. So it means that my dream of becoming an interior designer, becoming a builder, building engineer, and all those things have benefited other people. So it's not only the money I was paid for my service, but just beyond that, bringing joy and bringing a smile to somebody, or making somebody's life much richer, or saving somebody's marriage, and that brings me so much fulfillment. And so I would like you to write down at least 3 things that bring you fulfillment in your life, on your dream journey. Right? Because when you're fulfilled, I would say that is when you're really successful. It's not, because leadership is not about position, it's about service. And leadership is nothing but influence. How can you influence people? like our coach and trainer, Dr. John C. Maxwell, says leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. For those who think leadership is only about position, absolutely not. I beg to disagree, because it's about influence. In your position, how do you influence people? Do you make people better? Okay, right? Does your leadership make people better? Does it grow people? And that's very important. So what legacy do you want to leave for other people? And that's very important for us to identify. So that is what I want to share today. And I hope that was very helpful to you. I do coaching, I do training. So that's what I do. Like my friend Sam and colleague has said, we are Maxwell certified coaches, and we help people and organizations become what they really want to be. We actually just make people's dreams come true, right? So that's what we do. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And I am looking forward to some really powerful questions tonight. Sam, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Grace, for those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful ideas. So I noted at least 10 ideas. Own your dream. Number 1, let your dream be realistic. Number 3, visualize your dream. Number 4, let passion fuel your dream. Number 5, have strategy for your dreams. Number 6, have a dream team for your dreams. And number 7, get ready to pay the price for your dream. Number 8, be uncompromising and tenacious. Number 9, have fulfillment in achieving your dream. And number 10, let your dream benefit others. Thank you so much. I have plenty of questions for you, but we're going to come back in a moment after this short break, when I also see so many beautiful people making some comments here. So we'll come back briefly after this short break whilst Grace takes some water, and we would come and see who is talking, and then we'll come with more questions. Don't go, because this is where we are going to dissect the issues and your questions are going to be addressed. So, Kofi, let's go. Short break.
We spend a lot of time developing our professions, but we don't spend time developing ourselves. Look, as a leader, as a professional, you have to grow. You have to grow yourself. And to be able to grow yourself, you need to know yourself. A lot of us are not achieving the maximum we can achieve because we have not invested in our personal growth. So we are bringing you this special studies based on John C. Maxwell's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And we're going to just spend time with you and help you go through the principles that you need to be able to grow your person, to become a better person. Because if you become a better person, you become a better leader, you become a better father, you become a better professional. Do not miss this opportunity, as the masterclass is going to be very practical and discussional. It is going to be a limited number of people. So please register now to be part of the program.
All right. So let me see who is here first, and I'll come to some of the questions that are coming up. So I have Dorothy Akins is here. He says hi. All right. I have Kim Patron is here. I don't know if that's your real name. I really love the passion of this woman. So Grace, your passion is infectious. Doris, watching from Accra. Dennis Ahe says, good evening. Good to join again. All right. Please, what is the difference? So Grace, note this question. What is the difference between dream and vision. All right. Conrad says, insightful presentation. Willie Gray says he's watching from Paniman and enjoying every bit. All right. Emmanuel Mbreku says, thanks very much, Coach. You are doing really well. Keep it uphill. All right. Seriam likes kill the ants before they kill your dreams. Lacque says perfectionism and worrying about what others would think have been my main setback. All right. So that's the question that Grace requested. What are the three things that are killing your dreams? All right. Her Ladyship Cynthia Martinson says, great ideas. Thank you, Madame Lacque. My take homes are have a dream team and let your dream benefit others. All right. Willie Gray says, should you dream? Should your dreams frighten you? Okay, so that's a question. All right. So those are two questions. What's the difference between dream and vision? And Willie is asking, should your dream frighten you? And we have some good comments there. Let your questions come. Write your takeaways as we bring Grace back. I have my own questions for her. So the first two questions, what says now?
Wow. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for those questions and the comments. Very encouraging. Right. I knew I had a feeling that was going to come. Dreams and visions. They kind of we use the words interchangeably a lot. So really, a vision is really like vision. See something you see. You envision or something you see. Maybe in your mind's eye or in your in your physical eyes, something you see, vision. So I would say vision is something you see in a dream, usually. So you have a dream, but then you see something in the dream, right? So visions and dreams kind of linked together. So if you have a dream, then you can also see something in that dream, and that is where the vision comes in. So like I said, we tend to use it together, but that's really so. I'm trying to just explain it, but not giving you like this cut out difference. So vision is something you have inside your dream.
All right.
I hope that helps you.
Yeah, good. So at one of Grace's point, he has said that the dream must be clear. You must have clarity. Now, the clarity comes when you have, where there's vision, where you can see, what you want to achieve clearly. And he also talked about visualize. Now, when you visualize in your mind's eye, you are able to see clearly. So, if you like, the dream is bigger with the vision inside it, or whichever way you want. Sometimes they are used interchangeably. The most important thing is that whether is the dream or vision that you have for your life, how are you going to nurture it? And we have the ideas here. All right. Okay. So, should your dreams frighten you?
Oh, I don't see why your dream should frighten you, but I think that I don't know what kind of dream he's talking about. I hope it's not we're talking about some scary types of dream when you eat too late and too much at night, and then you might have bad dreams at night. But your dream can actually ginger you or shake you up to do something about your life. So that a dream can do that. We're talking about leadership. We're talking about personal growth. So in that context, I would say that you could have a dream that will then, just shake you up and say, "Well, I haven't been doing the right thing. It's time for me to get up." So that a dream can make you do that, because bringing a dream into focus is very important, but it does take quite a lot of effort. So let your dream can really, shake you up into reality. Yeah, especially when you know you haven't been doing the right thing. So your dream should shake you up, but not to scare you, but to propel you forward.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, Grace, you told us at the beginning how your parents had a dream for you to become, an engineer,
Or a
and which,
doctor.
or a doctor, and one of them, the engineer, at least correlated with your own dreams, and so you pursue that and you achieve. Recently, I went to my old school, secondary school, to talk to the young boys and girls, and one of the questions that a group of them came to me and asked me is that their parents are asking them to do some courses and they don't want it, and they're not sure what to do with it, and they feel a bit frustrated, so they're asking what should they do. So when you have your parents pushing a dream on you, or you are in a community where people are pushing you to a certain direction where want to be a certain way. Or for example, you want to be a musician and your parents are saying that, no, all these musicians, they are certain kind of people that don't like the way they dress. Or you want to be a footballer and your parents are saying, go to school and be a doctor. Now, as a young person, how do you handle this? And for us, the older people, when these questions come to us, how should we handle them? What answer should we give them?
Oh, I tell you, it's not an easy thing when you're a young person and you have to, obey your parents, because that's what we're taught, and it's a good thing to obey your parents because they're wise. They're wise, but I can't say they know everything. So I think that for a young person, you need to really have the power of conviction. Yes, like I'll tell you, the doctor dream for me the doctor dream of my parents was even more than the engineering dream, because at this time I don't believe we've had a doctor yet in our immediate family. I mean, when I mean immediate family, on my mother's side, on my dad's side, maybe some other cousins around, around. But so, they wanted me to be a doctor, and absolutely. So I actually had to, one of the courses I put out there in another university was medicine, and but then I also put the building technology in another institution. Fortunately for me, the result for the other one came late. So even later, I was actually accepted for medicine, but I'd quickly gone and started school at the other side, and I was able to convince my parents that this is what I actually liked. I remember my mom coming to visit me in college, and she spent about 6 hours trying to convince me that she couldn't go back to tell my dad that I didn't want to do medicine. And even though she brought my acceptance form, which had been posted to the house, she brought it to me and said, "This is your letter of acceptance into medical school." And I said, "No, I like what I'm doing now." And so we had to talk. We talked and talked, and eventually she had to go back home, which was like maybe about 4 hours drive from where we lived, to go back and tell my dad that his eldest daughter didn't want to study medicine. And because I realized that it wasn't for me. So really, we need to be able to come up and, really, really be able to convince your parents about it, and have some facts and figures and how you feel. And yes, it's going to take a lot, but I believe that you can convince them. I did convince my mom about it, and and it worked.
All right. So the advice is that you should talk about it. You
Yes.
should discuss. And when you have a parent who doesn't want to listen and says that I'm not paying your fees if you're not going to do this, then what do you do?
Oh my goodness, that's a tough question. That's a tough one. My dad was that kind of person, but fortunately for me, somehow he agreed. So you got to get some members of your family on your side. And I was able to convince my mom, and then my mom went to try to convince him, even though she was afraid she was so scared because she had been mandated to go and bring me back home so that we could then go to the other school. uh, so she had to go back empty-handed without me or my luggage, my things. So I think being able to have other members of a family, maybe older aunties, uncles, and one other parent on your side definitely will help. I remember this story about there's this lady Zain Asher on CNN. She's a broadcaster on CNN, Zain Asher, and she's of Nigerian origin, and our typical African parents. Her brother, Chiwetel Ejiofor, is a brother who's quite a big actor, and I remember one of her relatives telling me that he wanted to be an actor, and his father said no way. But eventually, one uncle came to him one morning, early in the morning, and told him, "Look, with all due respect, let this boy just follow his dreams." And eventually his father backed off, and allowed him. And that's how he became a great actor. So Chiwetel Ejiofor is a great actor as a result of his parents just letting him become, who he wanted to be. So being able to get a member of a family, or maybe your dad's friend or uncle or family friend who's got a big influence on your parents is very helpful.
Good. Thank you. Now, there's a question from Titi, and he says, could you please illustrate the link between dream vision using your own life story? Also, please give concrete examples of a clear, implementable dream versus a vague one that blows away with the cloud. Okay. So,
Thank you, Titi, for that question. Right. Yeah, I did say that if you so this 10 points I gave today was to help you to make sure that your dream didn't float away like the clouds, because dreams can be like that. We'll all have had dreams where you woke up in the morning and you knew that there was something, right? But then you couldn't remember. And usually as Christians, we actually advise that, look, have a book by your side, by your bedside, so that when you wake up in the morning, you wake up at night, or something happens, that you want to be able to write it down. No matter how sketchy it is, it will fill out. So if you don't want it to be vague, and that's why you need to take the steps, otherwise it's going to be just vague. So you want to catch those dreams. So we're not talking about just dreams that happen at night when you're sleeping. We're talking about the thoughts that come into your mind, the things you love, the things you think that you're called to do, or you identify with. Like I was passing by those construction sites for years, because it took a couple of years, about 2-3 years, that we're building that, and that was my path to school every day. And just seeing that, and it moved my heart. That's a dream. That's a dream as well. And then I visualize myself on the construction site. I visualize myself dealing with engineers. So then that visualization starts to come. But then I had to do something about it, right? I had to be good. I had to be good. I had to get good with my subjects. I knew that, look, I needed to be better. And math wasn't my strong point. I like physics, but I didn't like math very much. But math was compulsory in order to do this course. So I had to get better in math. I had to take extra classes. I had to learn, do better, in that. I was great at all the other subjects, but math could have done me in. So that dream had to come true, because I visualized it. I saw myself out there, and I did what I had to do, made the sacrifices, and then it's no more vague. The vagueness goes away when you start to take action.
yeah. Thank you so much. So, Titi, if we're getting, the dream of becoming a building engineer, that's your dream. But the vision is seeing herself on a project working with some engineers, architects. You can dream to be a doctor, but you can have a vision or visualize yourself actually in a theater operating in so that's the link you can have. As he said, these are used interchangeably, but if you want to force a kind of a distinction, vision comes with visualization.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say you want to have a nice car. Now you can visualize yourself actually by a certain color of a car, opening the door, sitting inside, starting it, and then zooming your
Oh yeah.
stereo. Now that's
Uh-huh.
vision, that's visualization. So it is good if you want to realize your vision to visualize and make it concrete in your brain, in your mind's eyes. When you do that, it gives you energy, it gives you passion to be able to pursue that dream.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to add that to help TT along. There is also Bismarck. Let me see if it's a question. What is your position on implicit self? What is your position on implicit self influences that derail people's passion of getting more intentional about their dreams? When looking at the point on ownership, reality, visualization, and passion. So, what is your position on self influences? Is probably the self limiting beliefs that
Mm.
derail people's passion from getting intentional about their dreams.
Mm. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, well, I'll answer it this way, and I hope that this works. What are things that could derail you from achieving your dreams? Well, self-imposed, if you say influences. So I'll say self-imposed things like being distracted all the time and letting those distractions take you away and not bring yourself back. We all have distractions. Life happens. It's like a rat race out there, and there's so many things that's taking our attention away from achieving our dreams. So at the end of the day, you are responsible. It's the habits that you form. I once read a book that said the habits you form in the first 25 years of your life is going to determine the quality or the kind of life you're going to have. And I tell my children this all the time. Um, so those habits that you form, again, is going to determine your life. So the habits you form will determine whether that will help you to achieve your dreams. So if you have dreams, you have goals, which we all have, but the difference between the dreamer and the doer is what they do in between, right? So are you just a dreamer or a doer? It's good to dream and dream big, but what are you going to do? We are going to do the do, right, in order to achieve your goals. So those self-limiting beliefs, those distractions, those automatic negative thoughts or ants that are crawling all over your brain definitely can be self-inflicted as well. So in your hearts, is what's the name of the gentleman again?
Bismarck.
Bismarck, that what it is. That's more than me. I don't know. You know what it is. So I'll tell you a secret. Write it down. Write it down, and write those things down that that are stopping you from achieving your dreams, and prayerfully do something about it. Right? Do what is the hard things, not the easy things, and you're going to achieve your dreams.
All right. Okay. Now let me bring Sarah in. I have a few more questions. Let me bring Sarah just in case she has a question. Auntie Sarah,
Hey, Sarah.
you're muted. We can't hear you.
Hey.
Thank you so much. That was marvelous. And thank you for the checklist, the 10 checklist that we have to go through to write our vision and implement it. And I will say that I know Grace. I haven't met Grace personally, but the interactions I've had with her is the fact that she walks the talks. When she sets a dream, she has a dream, she really set the goals. And even if she doesn't know how to get it, she goes onto platform, asks questions, and really get to the bottom of things to implement. So what she's sharing with us, I can testify that she walks the talk. So my question to you is, out of these 10 checklist steps on the checklist, which one have been your most difficult and how have you gone about it?
Most difficult.
Or challenging?
challenging. Well, I think these difficulties and these obstacles, they kind of rear their ugly heads at some point or the other in life, and I try to deal with them as I've gone along. But I'll still say that the one that keeps being there the is it's really the strategies. So I have these strategies, but it doesn't always work. And because I have some challenges of my own, which I'm also working on. I can be vulnerable here. I have issues with procrastination, for example. So I'm a work in progress there. So I have this strategy, then I sort of leave it for some time and then come back. You know how it is when you lose momentum, then you come. So I'll say that I need to keep my strategy and keep it polished and keep it in tip-top condition. And if you're having that same issue as well, you want to work on that. So I would say that's probably that's still there, but everything else is a work in progress. Every time because we keep dreaming, right? And you achieve one after the other, hopefully, but you're still making sure that those dreams are still yours. No matter how old you are, you can still be living someone else's dream without even realizing that, because we are following the whims of society and we are trying to form ourselves into what we want the society to for us to look good, social media influencers and all that. So we want to fit in. So we need to be careful about that we are not living the dreams of the people that we are influencing on social media or somewhere or the world at large. So we make sure that the dream is still yours. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Sarah,
Thank you,
for
sir.
that. All right. So I think we have just a few more minutes. Just something you said that caught my attention. At one point, you said you realized that you were realizing one of your dreams, and I just wanted to. Is it possible that you could realize your dream just by accident, or does it always have to be intentional? Um, for example, I never wanted to be a lawyer, and the school system just pushed me into the law faculty. I fought to change. Nobody wanted to change the course for me. So at the end, I became a lawyer. Well, I practiced law for 25 years, and my bosses felt I was a great lawyer. And I still wanted to get out. Today, I still have my wig and gown, and I don't practice. So in this case, I'm just asking, because some of us are in certain areas and we are just not sure if we are doing what is in our passion. And so what would you advise for people in those situations?
Well, Sam, I can't believe you actually lived someone else's dream for 25 years.
I did. But it was good, actually. I got good money to take
Uh-huh.
care of my family.
Okay, great job. Well, I'm going to ask you though, did you find fulfillment though in that? Apart from, the monetary stuff, did it bring you
Well,
joy?
well, if I moved out and I'm doing this, that's one thing that I don't think I did. I knew that they said I was a good lawyer, but today I'm doing leadership and training, and I'm not getting enough money, but I'm very happy. Okay. I traveled all the way to Addis Ababa on Tuesday, got there at night. The next morning, I trained the whole day. The following day, early in the morning at dawn, I took the plane again. I came back. I went straight into a leadership retreat. Friday, the whole up to evening, and this afternoon. And today I'm here. And I still feel I have energy to do it. I'm sure if I was doing law, I would be very drained. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just asking this so that we can share with people a bit of how you can be doing something and achieving something, but if you are in your passion zone, you probably can achieve even more than. So you don't always get what you want now, but you have to keep what you have now and continue to achieve, to pursue the other dreams that you have. I'm just, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Yeah. You see how we live in this dream, whether it's someone else's dream or our dream. Like you said, you made lots of money, but you don't think you were fulfilled. And I think one of the things we can say about success is not only money. Money is great, and we should certainly make some money, especially if it pays the bills. The Bible says money answereth all things. However, it's a love of money that is the root of all evil, right? So money is good. It's good to have that. But the true fulfillment, like you were saying, you find yourself in Addis Ababa, you're traveling everywhere. Probably your law probably would not have made you go to all these places and influence so many people. You've been in the courts defending people that you probably don't want to defend. However, now you're finding fulfillment. And that's what happened to me as well. Again, I wasn't aware, and then I just found this. I came to this point of self-awareness, and I thought, oh, I'm actually teaching. I'm teaching. I'm enjoying this. This is great. And yes, it might not be the CEO of some multinational, but I am making impact, and hopefully making a lot of money as well along the way. But I'll tell you, fulfillment is so important. And there's so many people who are wishing that they had your life without the money. They will pay anything. They will give you all their money just to have the joy that you have. And so that's important, that we put things in perspective.
yeah.
We need the money to pay our bills, but eventually true success comes from fulfillment and living a life of significance. And that passion you had was the oil that was driving your engine of growth, that's driving your engine of your life. And that's what makes you go further as well, and not getting tired. Even when you're tired physically, your body's tired, but your mind is alive, and you're just excited about the things that you're doing, just because you have the passion and the zeal for it. So that's very important. And as a pastor, I always give Bible references. When Jesus said was quoting I think Isaiah, I can't remember exactly where he said, the zeal of the Lord, has taken over. The zeal, that when zeal takes over, then you're able to do far more. So Christ came in in a bodily form from heaven, and so he was tired. He had all the issues that people who have the full and flesh also have. They're tired, they're exhausted. He's preaching all day. He's traveling. They're walking. In those days, they didn't have cars and all that. They either used camels or other, and donkeys to travel. Obviously, he was tired as well, but the zeal, the passion, and his knowing his calling and why he was here on earth was what drove him. And that's the same thing that drives us. That passion, that zeal drives us. And at the end of the day, we're going to have that fulfillment, and everything else comes together, comes full circle. And that's important for us to realize. Yes.
Wonderful. Just as we're having fun and learning a lot, time is running out on us. And so I don't see any question from the chat. So I'm just going to allow you to give us your closing remarks. Although I have so many questions, but we want to honor the time of our viewers and your own time that you have honored us with. So Grace, what will be your parting words for us and our listeners?
Once again, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been amazing. Like I said, I'm living my dream. Being here is part of living my dream and sharing from my heart and sharing what I know. And I'm growing. As I teach and I learn, I train, I grow, and I want that to be the same for you. And there are a couple of things I will tell you, secrets of also achieving anything really apart from your goals and your dreams. Take action, act, ACT. always ask yourself, what I learned from this? Take action. And so action is important. So today you've got a few points here. It's not by no means exhaustive, but take action. A is for act, and C is for change. What can I change about my life after listening to this, listening to us today and being part of it? What can I change about my life that will help me to go closer to my dream? And the T in act is, what can I teach other people? How can I also share with other people as well what I've learned today about the ownership, the clarity, reality, passion, strategies, and your dream team and everything that I've shared with you today. So I want you to act. A for action, C for change, and T for teaching somebody else, and somebody's going to thank you for it. So whether you're anybody, your friends, your family, anyone you share this with, and definitely going to help you. So, and when you teach other people, it also reinforces the learning for you as well. And so it's been a blessing being here, and I would like you to always support Sam's projects as well. His programs are really amazing, and I'm also available anytime. You can check me out on my social media handles, and if you want to check me out and see what I'm doing as well. So thank you so much for being here tonight.
Very much. Thank you so very much for the wonderful presentation, and thank you for the time, and thank you everyone who joined us. This is available on Facebook Live, it's available on YouTube, and it's available on LinkedIn Live. So please go check our pages, CTL Africa, and you will see all the previous sessions that we have had. And we want to encourage you to share and to come next week, where we bring you another great topic and a great teacher to come and share with us. Want to thank all of you. Have a good night. And remember, God has given us the breath. Tomorrow, find some space for God, and let's go to church and thank God for his amazing love. God bless you. Have a good night. Grace, we'll need you for just a few minutes. Hold on, 5 minutes after we close. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Take care.
There is a popular saying in leadership that if you think you're leading and there's nobody following you, you are only going on a walk. On this platform, you are going to learn principles of leadership. You are going to encounter different leaders. You are going to learn about how you can grow as a leader, how you can make an impact. My name is Samuel Eyim, and I'm the host for the leadership platform. I am a leadership coach, a lawyer by profession, a John C. Maxwell certified coach. I have been in corporate life in senior positions for several years, and now I run the Center for Transformational Leadership, where we train and coach leaders to become better leaders. And I invite you to go on a journey with us as we discuss the subject of leadership in the coming weeks.
This and every Saturday, you have opportunity to ask questions, share your views on important leadership matters.